His Excellency the President and First Secretary of ZANU PF, Comrade Idi Mnangagwa, welcomed members to the extraordinary session of the Politburo and wished the meeting successful deliberations. The chairman, Comrade Wapamuchinguri Kashiri, gave a detailed report on the election manifesto and the party regalia. The report, after extensive discussions, was welcomed by the Politburo and approved. That is both the manifesto and the regalia. The Politburo member, Advocate Jacob Mudenda, whom you know as Speaker of the House of Assembly, on behalf of the Secretary for Legal Affairs, Comrade Mangwana, presented the rules and regulations governing the conduct of primary elections. The Election Commission, to be chaired by retired Lieutenant General Engelbert Rugeje, who is also the National Political Commissar, will supervise the entire election process. I'm talking of the primaries. He will announce, HE, that is the President, will announce the names of the commission members shortly, anytime. All contesting provincial and district candidates will be recused from running any elections, as that will be deemed conflict of interest. Here I'm talking about those aspiring members of parliament will not be allowed to be involved in the elections because they're already interested parties, in other words, supervising these elections. So will be councillors at a local authority level. And all constituencies and indeed provinces are being urged to ensure that there will be no imposition of candidates whatsoever. No imposition of candidates whatsoever. Aspiring candidates will be expected to campaign as a team. If you are more than one in a constituency, you move together, whether you're 4, 5, 6, you move together to address all the meetings earmarked for that particular constituency. You present yourself to the people you are addressing and lay out what you have to offer in case you are elected. What do you have to offer? And people will be listening naturally and will be making up their minds whether you have anything to offer or nothing. It's up to the people to decide. So no one will be going alone campaigning, because this also keeps the problems we have faced in the past of corruption and the use of money. Use of money. We don't want to hear that. I must also mention here that in terms of details regarding this matter, there will obviously be elections for the Senate in terms of the primaries. Well, let's start actually with the council. Local authorities, Those are councillors. There will be primaries for that. There will also be primaries for those who want to go to the House of Assembly, National Assembly. There will be primaries also held for them. And there will also be primaries for those who want to be senators. And of course, we have got in our system the issue of elections for the women's quota. We want to make sure that women are represented properly. And of course, that will explain also the method which will be used for electing the women's quota. Now, when you come to council, if I may start there, for councillors, I'll just briefly say, for you to qualify to stand as a councillor, you must be a registered voter. That's one. Two, you must be 18 years of age or above. 18 years of age or above. You should have served in the district effectively, that is, for a minimum of 5 years. You must, of course, be a fully paid up member of the party. And you must have adequate political, economic, cultural, and social knowledge of Zimbabwean affairs to enable you to contribute meaningfully to debates in the relevant local authority of which you want to become, of which he or she is to become a member. You must also be a person of good character and standing. And last but not least, you must be a person who is loyal to the party. For you to stand as a member of Parliament in terms of the National Assembly, the rules are almost similar. They're the same in a way, in the sense that you must be a registered voter. You must be a registered voter. You must be 18 years also and above age. You must have served in the province as a provincial member for a minimum of 5 years. You recall I said councillor is 5 years in the district and member of parliament 5 years in the province. You must also be a fully paid up member, which is applicable to everybody. The same again as having adequate political, economic, cultural and social knowledge of Zimbabwe, and be able to debate, contribute in the House. Some people have been there for 5 years, they've never opened their mouths. And you must show that you are really a representative of the people. In other words, you are a member of parliament and not a missing person. That is MP. That's what it means. So I want people who can debate on issues, not on tissues. It's very important. I want to know that. And of course, naturally, as I've said, you must be a person of good standing. I will not go too much in detail about other areas, except to mention that in terms of the Senate, we are expecting that, as you know, the Senate is not like the House of Assembly. It's done on proportional representation in terms of how many votes each party gets in a given province. So each province shall be divided into 6 geographical units whose boundaries resemble those of the current senatorial constituencies. Elections shall be held in each of the 6 geographical units whose boundaries I can explain, but of course whose boundaries are already known. But 2 candidates comprising 1 woman and 1 man who will have received the highest votes in each such senatorial constituency shall stay nominated to the party list. And in the end, out of the 12, because there are 6 senatorial constituencies I've mentioned in each province, in the end, the choice, of course, shall be through a secret ballot in each senatorial constituency. And all members of the party shall be eligible to vote as constituted from the voters' cell registers, which shall constitute the voters' roll for that purpose. Seniority shall be determined by the current position in the party. When it comes to the women's quota, I must say the applicant must also be a registered voter, must also be 18 years of age and above, should have served at least, or shall have served at least 5 years as a provincial member. It's almost the same like the other ones I've given you. Again, a fully paid up member of the party, and of course has got adequate political, again, as I've said, economic, cultural, and social knowledge of Zimbabwe, and be able to contribute to the debates in the House. And of course, be a person of good character and standing, and be loyal to the party. There are details which I don't think I'll bother you with at this moment. There will obviously be application for waivers, which shall have, those will be looked at by the respective organs, because below, let's put it that way, the Election Commission, there will also be provincial election directorates.